we are doing. Do you remember Winter Soldier Steph Curry? I don't want to see in the comments, oh my god, another Steph Curry video. Guess what? We ain't done Steph Curry video for like 2 months.
It's been a while.
And we ain't done a LeBron video for like a month and a half.
Steph Curry's my favourite player. LeBron's your favourite player.
There we go. We ain't done videos on them for ages. So I don't want to hear none of that.
Winter Soldier Steph Curry.
So I have no idea what it is. Apparently it's a good video. Before we get into it,
make sure you smash the subscribe and follow button and hype up this video. If MJ's the GOAT.
Or if LeBron's the GOAT.
Yeah.
Still hype it up.
Yeah.
It's December 14th, 2022, and Steph Curry is going ballistic. He's cashing in long-range threes, tough finishes at the cup, and some flexing. You know, your typical Curry flurry. He has 38 points in 3 quarters.
Fucking hell.
And then it all went south. Late in the third quarter, Steph swipes for a steal on a pacer drive and partially dislocates his left shoulder. It was a brutal blow, but little did we know that this was the origin story of Winter Soldier Stephen Curry. Upon his return from injury, the man was rocking a compression sleeve that covered his entire arm, instantly drawing comparisons to the Winter Soldier.
Wait, sorry. You said LeBron's the GOAT, but someone just commented, why you got a Jordan top on?
Oh, it's true. Listen, I bought this ages ago, and just because I like Air Jordan don't mean
where's your LeBron top?
I could buy Steph Curry trainers, and you know my opinion stays the same. Anyway, back to it.
A superhuman assassin defined by his bionic left arm.
They're
like
literally
a Winter
about
Soldier
the
come to
Winter
life,
Soldier.
Steph's arm sleeve turned him into a weapon. He assassinated teams in the clutch, tortured entire fan bases, while launching an array of shots that had you questioning if that arm was giving him superpowers. This version of Steph Curry was different. He was angry, cold, calculated. He was something else. He was a Winter Soldier.
Oh,
man, like Curry.
Yeah.
Dislocate his shoulder though, that's serious, man. That's
of course, yeah. It can dislocate again.
He's credited with over 24 assassinations in the last 50 years.
So he's a ghost story.
When no one thought they could, they did. The Golden State Warriors made it back to the mountaintop, capturing their 4th title in 8 years, while Steph Curry cemented himself as a legend, winning the Finals MVP for the first time in his career.
Very deserved.
This was years in the making. With veteran leadership and a wave of young talent on the rise, Golden State's future has never looked so bright. These dudes have a real shot of going back to back. That is until one shot changed everything. As teams geared up for the 2023 season, a video leaked from Golden State's training camp that showed footage of Draymond Green sucker punching Jordan Poole in the face. And every news outlet,
and he was a very good player as well.
Yeah, he was the next big thing.
The punch created a media frenzy that set a massive dark cloud over the Warriors entering the season. And it was obvious. Steph came out the gates smoking hot, dropping 30 points in 8 of the first 10 games of the year. Golden State's record in those games, 3-7. Yeah, even a 50-piece against the Suns in the 14th game of the season came in a losing effort.
Bro, how you scoring nearly half of the points for the team and you still lost? That's so sad.
It's because Green knocked out Poole.
Yeah, man.
In fact, that loss in Phoenix gave the Warriors an 0-8 record on the road to start the year. It was a clear indicator that this group wasn't as close-knit as they should be, especially as defending champs. The dynamic was broken. Curry attempted to carry the team through their struggles, which resulted in a shoulder injury against the Pacers in mid-December that'll sideline him for a few weeks. Just 29 games into the season, it felt like a year from hell for the Warriors. But little did they know that weeks down the line, they weren't just getting Steph Curry back, they were getting a man who was trained
so that was the shoulder injury.
That makes sense why he had the sleeve, because sometimes I'll see some highlights and he's got a sleeve and go,
So they call it a compression top, or a compression sleeve, so I'm assuming it just adds pressure to keep it in place. Makes sense. That is a good little tool.
The chef was back, and he returned
The
with
chef,
a new
I've
look.
heard that nickname.
The dude was rocking a compression sleeve that covered his entire arm to deal with that shoulder injury, and it looked cold. Golden State ended up losing that game. They bounced back to beat the Spurs and then lost to the lowly Chicago Bulls to put their record at 21-22. Steph quickly realized that with this team, he has to take his play to a different level if they want to win. So, in just his 4th game back from injury, the Winter Soldier, suited up in all white, was unleashed.
He actually looks sick like that.
He does.
He probably looks sick, innit? Especially the all black one. He looks sick.
Curry from deep. 14. Steph, the ball handling, the contact, the bucket. Steph Curry.
Them 3-pointers, man, he loves it.
Jarrell's little brother, right? Do not have him at that age. Steph Curry's doing everything. 5. 2 men jumping Steph smartly. Deep 3.
I like Curry. Cooking.
41 points and a missile of a 3, eerily similar to one we'd see 2 years later in France.
To Curry. Lovely dribble, puts it up.
That's when the US, was it Olympics? Yeah.
But yeah, it took all that to beat the Wizards. Not a great sign. 3 days later, Curry and the Dubs were back in Boston for the first time since last year's finals.
Uh-oh, Celtics.
And he reminded them exactly whose house this was.
Excellent defense by Boston. Oh, and Curry gets it right back.
Off the logo. No way. Ooh! Tatum was pissed. Let's just watch that still for a
House
sec.
this was.
Tatum thinking, no way.
Oh, and now Curry gets it right back.
And then he does that. Oh my days. Yeah. The Chef Curry, he just went.
A half-court bomb to end the second
That's a sick
quarter
one as well.
gave the entire city of Boston horrible flashbacks. But the Celtics ended up winning the game in overtime, and it turned Steph all the way up.
All that work.
Come on, Steph.
He responded a few nights later with 34 points in a win against Memphis, 35, 7, and 11 up north to beat Toronto, and then 38 points, 8 boards, 12 dimes, and 8 threes in a 3rd straight win. Things were starting to look up for the Warriors. They're getting back into championship contention. And then they weren't. Just 5 days later in a game against Dallas, a Maverick drives and bangs knee on knee with Curry, putting Steph out
knee on knee.
indefinitely with partial ligament tears to his left leg.
My
This
God.
was horrible timing. Surprisingly though, Golden State went 7-4 in the 11 games without Curry to put their record at 34-30 on the season. And when he made his return against the Lakers, they ended up losing. Then they lost again and again,
No
marking
way.
3 straight L's in the Chef's return. With or without him, the defending champs were beyond confusing, but they'd have a chance to redeem themselves. The Warriors would host the #1 seed Bucks for a Saturday night primetime matchup in the Bay. This was Golden State's opportunity to show the world that they can still compete with the best teams in the league. So the most dangerous assassin on the planet went to work.
Curry has a little bit of room and knocks down his first 3-pointer. Curry drives inside.
Dirty.
Curry tries a 3. It's good.
By Thompson on Green.
Curry, a 3-pointer. Bang! Steph Curry from downtown again. Holiday drives, gets in the paint. The runner's up, blocked by Curry.
Oh, good block.
Don't see that often with Curry.
Yeah.
The defense.
Steph Curry first with a 3, then with the rejection.
Chris Middleton's been at the scorer's table for a long time.
Curry again
Shot.
from way downtown. Hand down, man down. Mama, there goes that man.
There goes that man, mama.
This was the behavior of a trained killer. Down 100 to 108 with 2 to go, Steph bangs a 3, drops in another one, puts in a 2, pulls up for a 3 to tie it, and then comes up with a huge block to send the game to overtime with
He's literally playing with his mouthpiece out. That's jokes. I don't know how.
It gives
I
me
know he
such a
does it
ick.
like. I didn't realize he plays like that sometimes. I thought he does it like between when the ball's off or something and he puts it back.
an emphatic roar to the crowd. It was a Winter Soldier takeover. Then just 4 days later in LA, the man went unconscious for 50 points in 8 threes, including a nuclear 21-point third quarter where he hit a ridiculous fall away, splashed home some threes, and flipped home a layup while falling to his knees. Not once, but twice. Steph was a different type of animal with that arm sleeve, but Golden State wasn't. They lost that game by 8, which was then followed by 2 more losses to put them 1 game below 500 as the 7th seed in the West. The Warriors desperately need to turn this thing around, and as they made their push for the playoffs, that's exactly what they did. In the final 10-game stretch of the season, the Dubs went 8-2 to snag the 6th seed. The flashes of a championship team were there. Back-to-back titles can be a reality, especially when you got Winter Soldier Steph peaking at the most important time of the year. A hungry Sacramento squad that hadn't made the playoffs in over 16 years is what the Warriors were gifted in round 1. And in game 1, they proved to be a real problem. The Warriors entered the 4th quarter down 1, and the chef cooked. He launches an obnoxious 3 over a double team and laces it. Tucked away in the corner, he skies in another one. Down by 6, he maneuvers his way through traffic to lay it in. He then makes Harrison Barnes play Twister as he cashes another from deep, followed by a silky finish with that bionic arm to cut it to 1. The Warriors get the ball back down by 3 with 2.9 seconds to go.
Perhaps a quick catch and shoot here. Davion Mitchell on Steph Curry. Thompson, they switch it. Curry got it off.
Nice. I thought I was going in.
It was a decent look, but it was off. The Kings celebrate by lighting the beam as they take game 1. And unfortunately, game 2 was more the same. Sacramento pulled out an 8-point win. They light the beam again and are up 2 games to none.
No way.
By the numbers, Golden State is screwed, because teams that take a 2-0 lead win the series a whopping 92% of the time. History is not on their side. So, headed home in a must-win game 3, the man was programmed to kill.
Fox still talking it over.
Big shot.
And gets it to Curry. The runner is gone. Looney another offensive board. Curry again.
Winter Soldier. Winter Soldier Steph. I think that's such a random name. I've never heard of that. That's the first time.
I think it's great. Winter Soldier.
Yeah, but I've never.
With his bionic arm.
I've heard of Chef Curry. What else? What's it called? Curry. Chef Curry's the main one. But yeah.
I don't think I've heard any nicknames from him.
Are we alright, guys? Yeah, we disconnected for a sec. Alright, we back. I want to rewind it a sec. Nah, Chef Curry's a bait one. I've seen that a lot.
18 loud points in the first half gave the Dubs a 12-point lead. And then he poured in another 18 in the second to give them 36, 6-3 on the night, and get right back in the series.
Babyface Assassin.
Yeah.
Babyface Assassin, Chef Curry. Those are the two.
I just know Babyface, that's it.
The Winter Soldier didn't slow down in game 4 either. In the first quarter, he weaves his way through traffic, hits the brakes, pulls it back, and just throws in a stupid shot over Davion. This guy was not human. 30 went for 32 on the game, and the series is all tied at 2. Back in sack for game 5, Steph got his first points of the night off a banked-in 3, and he can't stop himself from smirking. Fast forward to the 4th, and the Winter Soldier was killing. 10 points in the frame, capped off by an and-one scoop that sent a jolt through his body as he roars and mean mugs the Sacramento crowd. The man does it again with his 4th 30-point game of the series, and they'll have a chance to close it out at home.
They're doing bits,
but
man.
They didn't. The Kings torched them in a 19-point blowout. The defending champs are being pushed into unfamiliar territory. A Game 7 on the road
Against the
in
Kings,
round 1,
making them
which set the
work.
stage for the speech.
Something
During a
had to be
video
said,
session
boy.
one day before Game 7, Steph Curry stood in front of the team and made a promise. He implored his teammates to put their feelings aside, telling anyone who was stuck in their emotions or ready for vacation to not get on the bus. And to whoever did get on, he promised to deliver. That is the stuff of legends.
Yeah.
And Steph was a man of his word.
Good shit, Steph. Someone
Yeah.
had to say something.
Yeah.
'Cause-
Give him more mouth guards for that, yeah?
Good shit.
Curry against Murray. Step
Big
back,
W for
three-pointers
Curry
up,
right there.
it's good. It's just really difficult. It's in, the floater's up and good. And the Warriors have tied it again. Range jumper again. Curry, mid-range jumper. Curry with Murray on him.
Curry's doing
Three-pointer.
bits.
Puts it in. Oh, Steph Curry from way downtown. Curry against Lyles. Oh, what a fake. Gets inside again. A layup is good. Curry hanging on to that pivot foot. Scoop layup is up. It's good. And a foul. Oh, a circus shot from Steph. 6 of 16 from 3. Gets it back. Curry, three-pointer. Bang! Steph Curry. Ironic, one of the worst road teams in the NBA during the regular season will have the biggest road win of the playoffs. As Curry lays it up and in, a 50-point game.
Oh my god, 50 points again. He's done a few of them.
From Steph Curry. One of the greats of all time showed us once again what he's capable of doing.
With the season on the line, back-to-back titles on the line, the deadliest assassin in the sport went for 50 points, 8 rebounds,
that's
6
clean.
assists, and 7 threes. In what was
Mad.
at the time the most points scored in a Game 7 in NBA history.
Oh my god.
And for the cherry on top, up 24 with 2 minutes to go, he lets out a primal scream while telling the Kings crowd to light the beam. The Petty King does it.
He, like football, so
Yeah.
soccer. You know how the managers are always chewing on gum because I think it's like a stress release.
Yeah, a lot.
I think that's why he's always chewing his mouth guard
He's-
because it's like a stress release.
Yeah, it probably is. It's just habit and stress. It could be anything.
Yeah.
Did you hear my primal?
Yes,
roar?
I heard, honey. Shall I do one? Wah!
That was actually pretty good. For
Did I
I think you gotta go with chest.
Yeah, exactly.
Again, as he drags his team into a second round matchup against a familiar foe.
LeBron James. Can somebody call LeBron James?
Oh.
The two faces that have defined this generation of basketball were set to face off for the 5th time in their careers. This was going to be a movie. Game 1 was a dogfight
sad when
through
Bron's
and
like, "Get
through,
that
one
weak
that
shit
saw
out
the
of here."
Lakers take a 14-point lead
Lakers,
with just
LeBron.
5 minutes to go. But little do they know, they're facing a winter soldier.
Screens to handoffs.
Curry keeps the dribble and he gets it to go. And one.
And one.
Curry lays it in.
Ain't Bron holding us back?
Get Russell on him and they got it.
Reset. Curry. Down it goes again. We are tied at 112. The magic of Stephen Curry.
The man tosses in an and one layup, puts in another one at the cup, and then snipes home a high
LeBron nearly
arcing
blocked
catch
that.
and shoot 3 as the crowd explodes to tie the game. Unfortunately, those were Golden State's final points of the night. The Lakers win by 5
Ooh.
and draw first blood. The Warriors would clap back with a Game 2 blowout to tie the series, and then got stunned in LA in a 30-point beatdown to go down 2-1.
My god, that's a big loss.
So, entering Game 4, fighting to avoid a 3-1 deficit, the Winter Soldiers' mission was clear. Go off.
With that sweet jumper, able to knock it in. Warriors still down 3, never mind. That's playoffs. Curry with hesitation, gets by Murray. Curry up and over Davis. 18, he's got 13 in the quarter. Curry gets Davis on his back and lays it in with a in this fourth.
Man, like
3 for
Curry. I like
3.
seeing Curry shine, man. Sick player.
Curry is fouled, and it goes.
31 points, 10 rebounds, and 14 assists with some absolutely ridiculous shot making by the chef. And what happened to be another loss. Back in the Bay down 3-1, Curry took over for 27 points and 8 dimes in the win, but the outcome was inevitable. Despite another 30-piece from Curry in Game 6, no other Warrior starter scored more than 10 points.
What? Not even
This was as far as Steph could carry. A 21-point blowout officially ends their quest for back-to-back titles, while ending one of the most unforgettable stretches of Curry's career.
What more can you do, innit?
Even though the season didn't end in champagne showers, what Steph was able to do with a dysfunctional, chaotic Warriors team was nothing short of legendary. It was a 5-month stretch of cold, calculated, assassin-like dominance, all while draped in a bionic-looking arm sleeve that drew comparisons to a superhuman assassin, which is why for this era of his career, he'll forever be known as Winter Soldier Stephen Curry.
Respectfully, good video, but that is a shit nickname. In my opinion, that's a shit nickname. And I feel like it's being pushed to like make it a thing. I feel like that's a made up. No one's ever said that, ever. No one, bro. We've been doing so many Steph Curry videos, yeah. In the comment section of YouTube, we're getting over 100 comments per Steph Curry video. Not a fucking one called him Winter Soldier Steph Curry.
Yeah.
I've heard Chef Curry, I've heard Babyface Killer.
Yeah.
What the fuck, man? That is
Winter Soldier.
I don't know, I feel like, I don't know, man. I don't like it.
Enjoy it while it's here, fellas, because it's almost over.
How much thought do you put into how much longer you want to play?
More than I probably have before. I think, it's okay to accept and acknowledge that the end is near.
You look tired. You okay?
So what?
You look tired.
He's never tired.
Oh, I'm great. I'm just getting old.
Oh.
Man, that Curry, man.
Why would you even say that to him for? She's trying to bring him down?
She's trying to plant the seed.
Why did she say that for?
She's probably a fan of the opposition
I was like, Curry, you did great, man. Keep it going. I want to be like you when I'm your age. That's what I'm going to say.
The one that has you shivering. The one that
Are you tired?
The one that has you in pain.
You go sleep, mate.
One man above the crowd, and his name would happen to be Stephen Curry, the greatest shooter that God ever created.
Man, he want to shoot that shit from 40. Let him shoot that shit from 40. Fuck him. Like, that's how we felt about it. Till this little motherfucker started making it.
Bang!
Oh, what a shot from Curry!
He's the modern MJ.
Are you the best point guard ever?
Yes.
How can Stephen Curry be stopped? What did Bron say that one time?
Same way you slow me down. You can't.
Yeah. Would you guys say Steph Curry is the best PG in history? Let us know. And if not, who would you put ahead? I think he is.
Yes, not think he is.